Welcome to Marion County Today. Our topic today is one of my all-time favorites. It's the Marion County Fair, which is just right around the corner. And with me, Janet Carlson, is Jill Ingalls, who's our fair coordinator, and Tamara Getch, who serves as the director of our Community Services Department. So welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here
Thank you for
today.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
So let's learn a little bit about you before we delve into the fair. So Tammy, tell us a bit about your background. How did you get to Marion County those many years ago, and talk a bit about the Community Services Department.
Sure. So I've been at the county for quite a while, over 20 years, and have mostly been with what was then the Children and Families Commission, and over the last probably 7 to 8 years, we've been known as the Community Services Department. I now serve as the director for that department. And under our department, we have various programs, of which the fair happens to be one of the fortunate programs that we get to participate with, work with wonderful people like Jill and our board members and the hundreds of volunteers that help us produce the fair annually in Marion County.
When I tell people about the Community Services Department, I tell them that anything that involves the community and community engagement, volunteers, you've got economic development, you've got 4-H and OSU Extension, you've got the fair, you've got children and families, dogs, right? There was a lot of volunteers for dogs, so it's a great combination of things. And
yes,
your department does a wonderful job. So.
Yes, we have this potpourri of programs that we get to connect with every day.
And Jill, you joined the Marion County Fair how long ago? Has it
This
been
will be my third fair.
Wow, that's great. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about you. How did you get into fair management?
Well, I come from a background of tourism and hospitality management, marketing, economic development, so I have a little bit of a smattering of all of those things, but most recently from Lynn County Fair. And then my husband and I started our own agency together and branched off into event production. And so we contracted to be the fair coordinators for Marion. So that's how we came to be.
Excellent.
Yes.
So the fair is right around the corner. As we mentioned,
is.
it's the county fair. So when is the fair? What are those dates?
July 6th through the 9th, and that's a Thursday through Sunday. So it's coming up really fast. A lot of last minute details are happening right now, getting the final plans all in, crossing every T and dotting every I to make sure we're ready to go.
So I always say Marion County Fair is one of the best kept secrets around. I mean, we're trying to make that so it's not so, but we have the state fair in Salem, and we're one of the few counties, if the only county, I think, that doesn't own our own fairgrounds because we have the big state fairgrounds there, so why not use it? So we have a partnership. So, but I also hear people say that they really love the Marion County Fair because it is family friendly. It's got that kind of very down-home, intimate atmosphere. You get in, and there's so many things that you can do just for the price of your ticket. So maybe Jill, we'll start with you. Hit some of the highlights of things that we're going to see at the fair this year.
Well, highlights. Every day has a different theme. So Thursday we call Honor Day, which is really targeted at seniors and our veterans, and we honor those folks that are so important to us. So there's lots of activities targeted at that group on Thursday, including bingo and beanbag baseball that we have a blast with. So we do fun things on Thursday. On Friday, Awesome Day. So all those kids that ran in the Awesome 3000 through Salem Kaiser Education Foundation, if they wear their shirts, they get in free that day. And there's tons of things to do on the STEAM stage, which Tammy will talk about a little bit later, and great bands both nights, Friday and Saturday night. And then Saturday, Agriculture Day. So we just really focus on everything in the barn. It's the big auction day, lots of activities for kids to see and do all throughout the fairgrounds. And again, STEAM and the STEAM trivia, and lots of hands-on activities. And then Sunday being Family Day, so we have the superheroes and Star Wars characters, and again, a ton of things to do. The website's chock full of lots of things to do once you get there. It takes several hours to experience the fair.
And how do we get to the website, Tammy?
So we have a new website, really exciting to announce that for the first time this year, brand new. It's called MarionCountyFair.net. And so it's super easy to remember. I went through it when it first was launched, and it's just very friendly, and you can find everything from how much it costs to get in on which day to figuring out what entertainment is being provided for the entire fair, also what competitions we have going on. So it really is, and any kind of Q&A that you may need to have some additional questions. And then there's also contact information on there, so that if you don't find what you need on the website, you can always contact our office or connect through the website, through email, and we can help you out there.
So a couple things I want to make sure we touch on. First of all, there's a wonderful veterans tribute that we've done for the past several years. So that's on Thursday around 4 o'clock, right?
4 to 6.
So can you tell us a little bit about what happens there?
Sure. We work with a group called Joining Forces is what we've done. And through all these different veterans organizations, they're putting together a commemorative celebration. So besides just honoring through music and national anthem, which is very important to us, we do honor them, and there will be special recognition. There'll be some opportunity for the community to sign a card. It's a giant banner card, pledging the honor, and that's just, it's great music, it's a great time. Veterans and their families are invited to come to the fair complimentary starting at 3 o'clock, so that everybody can come to that as well and enjoy that time.
So if we have veterans out there listening, they want to make a note that Thursday at 3 o'clock would be a good time for them to come to the fair.
Yes, and bring their family.
And then you mentioned that we have a couple great bands. Tammy, do you want to talk to us about the entertainment? Or do you
I can share that?
Yeah. Is that okay?
It's on the website.
Gotta share it.
So I'm really excited. On Friday and Saturday, we have two big bands coming in. Friday, we have Night Ranger. So for those of you, if you're like me, you don't know band names necessarily, but so a song that you may have heard is Sister Christian. It's one of their top singles that they produced over the years. And then on Saturday, which is really a great package because we have our rodeo that's happening on Saturday as well, is a country band called Diamond Rio. So our fair board did a great job of negotiating this year and bringing in some fun and exciting entertainment. Plus, on the stage is just a host of local entertainment, really showcasing the local talent that we have here in Marion County.
Thank you. So we cannot put on the fair each year without, first of all, our wonderful fair board that serves as volunteers and puts in hours and hours and hours. It's definitely a working board.
Yes.
But we also have many, many other volunteers for everything from manning the information booth to judging the cheesecake contest to all of the different things that we have. So are we looking for volunteers this year? I know there are no dumb questions, but that's kind of a dumb question. So what can people do, and what are some of the things you need for volunteers, and how do they get in touch with you? Just talk about that for a minute.
So you can contact us through the website. You can also contact us at the office. Mary Grimm is organizing all the volunteers in Marion County for the fair. And Mary's number can be reached at 503-588-7975.
And we'll put that number at the end of the program.
That's our main contact. Ask for Mary Grimm. She'll be sure to connect you. But if you are somebody who needs to just be in one place and not move around a lot, she has a place for you. If you're someone who likes to get up and move and kind of know what's happening across the fairgrounds, we have something for you. If you like a special interest, like perhaps maybe our competitions, or help out in the barn, or to be a runner for fair board members and office needs, we have a place for you. And everything in between. Like you said, the fair cannot happen without the immense number of volunteers that we bring in each year.
And then the other thing I want to make sure we highlight is that we have some wonderful sponsors, right?
We do.
So we have sponsors that sponsor everything from free, or is it free parking again this year? So from our free parking to different events and competitions. And if someone wants to help be a sponsor at the fair, you're still looking for sponsors, right?
Every day, every second of the day, we're looking for sponsors so that we can bring more activities in. So yes, they can contact us again through the website, or my direct dial is 541-497-7481.
And we can put that at the end of the program too. Anything we haven't talked about on highlights of the fair?
Well, there's a lot of different new things going on, but I think you might be talking some of that in the next segment.
We'll definitely talk about STEAM in the next segment. All right, well, thank you very much for being here today. Really looking forward to this year's fair. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. Thank you for all your hard work in making it possible. Thanks, Janet.
Well, welcome back to Marion County Today. I'm Commissioner Kevin Cameron, and I have a couple guests here still with us. Tamara was in the first segment, but we have one of our board members, actually the vice chair, Heidi DeCoster. Welcome, Heidi, to the program.
Thank you.
And you've been on the board about 2 years now, correct? Or a little
Yes.
over 2 years. And we really appreciate your involvement as a volunteer in the Fair Board. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what you like most about being on the Fair Board and seeing things that happen at the fair?
Well, my favorite part of being a part of the Fair Board is that I can help people be more active in the community, especially children. That's the part I like the most about the public communication section I'm in.
Well, fantastic. And we just really appreciate all the volunteers we have in Marion County, and especially around this time of year with the fair. Tamara, I know you were in the first segment, and they started to allude about some new things that are coming, and they almost gave away our whole segment. So do you want to tell us a little bit about the STEAM program and
Sure.
what's coming up?
Be happy to. I'm really excited to bring the STEAM back to the fair. Last year was our first our soft launch of the program, and this is really our first full launch of STEAM. And STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Education or Engineering, Arts and Agriculture, and Math. So those are all important aspects to all kinds of future careers, and this is a way that the fair could really contribute to its community by engaging families and youth and young children in various activities. I went to a conference a couple of years ago and walked away with this aha, that this is a way that Marion County Fair could really bring something new and exciting to the community and create this huge classroom in a 4-day span of time and have fun doing it.
Yeah, and I know how agriculture impacted me at a young age, and working on a farm, moving irrigation pipe, and shearing sheep and all those things, and it really had a big impact on my work ethic. I don't know that I could pass the test on what STEAM stands for, though, like you did.
I have to really think.
Great job, great job. So Heidi, let's go back to you and talk a little bit about the this little robot that we have in front of us here, the logo programs that are going to Lego, excuse me. See, Lego. Tell us about Lego.
Okay, so we're doing a first-time thing this year. We are doing the Lego Live Build, and that's going to be where the contestant, I guess we call, kids come on and actually build something that they've picked to build. It's not from a kid, it's just their own,
So is it timed? They have it.
Yes.
And the Legos are supplied to them there?
No, they'll bring their own.
Okay.
So basically they'll prepare ahead to have whatever they want to build. If it's going to be an animal, a creature, any sort of building, they can come up with whatever they want.
Or a robot with an extra camera on it right
absolutely.
here that we
Yes.
can shine around. So, well,
Right.
fantastic. Is there anything that they need to do besides bring their own Legos to this live Lego build? Do they need to register online, or?
They do need to pre-register.
Okay.
We have limited spots, so we definitely want them to pre-register. We have some excellent prizes this year. Getting it off on the right foot with some really great prizes. So.
Fantastic. Can commissioners enter?
No.
Oh, well, Sam was just asking me about it.
I
so
know,
I had to ask,
Sam.
Tamara, why don't you tell us a little bit about the story time that's going to happen at the fair this year?
Sure. So again, through STEAM, we're bringing all kinds of fun activities that are going to be available. And then we've created a stage environment for various STEAM activities. Specifically on Thursday and Friday, we're working with Salem Kaiser Education Foundation, and they're bringing forward some fun activities that will take place on that stage. We're also going to be doing a reading program using the books from the Basilian Books efforts, and really having an opportunity for families and kids to come into the fair, sit down, relax, listen to a story being read. Sometimes in those high energy activity and environments, kids get a little overwhelmed, and just some time to sit and relax helps us parents get through the rest of the day. So this will be fun for the whole family.
Good. So I know one of my favorite things to do is to go get an ice cream and go walk through the pig barns and see how many pigs that Commissioner Brantano owns in the barns, because there's names all over the place.
But when you go get ice cream, get me.
Yeah, I love the dairy
Me
farmer
also.
ice cream.
I would like some too.
So what about other opportunities that youth and adults can get involved in that they can come to the fair? And was it cakes or pies or whatever? You want to share some of those that you can enter into as an adult
Yes.
or youth?
Well, we have the same categories for both. This year we do have a new one that we added to, well, we added a bunch of new ones this year actually, but we've got the fairy gardens. That's something children and as well as adults can do. It's a big thing on Pinterest. I'm sure a few people have seen that. And we've got arts, we've got poetry, we have quilts, we have textiles, hobbies, which includes the Legos, and
Baking and cheesecakes.
And
It's
then,
just
yes,
Who judges the cheesecake?
yeah.
Who?
Well,
we have Commissioner Brantano,
well,
who's
is
going
that-
to be
we have a
joining
couple
us.
of. We have
Is he
two.
qualified to do that?
He is.
Okay,
We
I
have
just
a
wanna-
special competition that we're including with him, that we're asking people who think that their blueberry cheesecake has something special to bring to the county fair. We say bring it on.
Bring the blueberry cheesecake.
right.
All right. Well, I want to see if I can somehow be that judge someday. I guess I'm not qualified for that. Anything else that you want to share about the coloring contest? I think there's a coloring
Yes.
contest that people can enter. Did we already talk about that?
We haven't, but that is a great way for families to join in, learn about how to enter something into the fair, and with each competition entry, the participant who participates actually walks away not only with the chance of winning a ribbon, and if you're a youth, you could possibly win some money with that, but you also get a free entrance into the fair. So we have it on our website. Again, it's marioncountyfair.net. You can download those the coloring pictures, and they're age-appropriate color pictures, and you then bring them back to the fair prior to the fair's beginning. All the information's on the website. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a fun way to participate in the fair.
So that's something that I can go home today and do and enter that contest, and I bring it back. Where do I send it back to? How do I get it to you?
So you need to come to the fair. I believe it's on the 5th.
Yes.
And the date and time is all on the website.
Okay, good.
And it's super easy. Come and we'll help you walk you through getting it registered.
Great. Well, Tamara, thank you again for this segment, and Heidi, thank you for your service on the fair board, and you just do a great job. Did a great job today, and we just really appreciate your service.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you at the Marion County Fair. I believe it's July 6th through the 9th, and this is the end of our second segment. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Commissioner Sam Brentano from Marion County, and we're continuing our presentation about our county fair that's coming up. Now, I'm a little troubled. I think they've set me up for disaster. You're never supposed to appear with children or animals, and that's all I'm seeing here. What a start I've got. But we're going to get to know these. Seem to be well-behaved things. And first, I have Shannon Goebbels here, who's on the fair board. And would you just do the introductions for us, Shannon? Go down the line. I met them; they're delightful, but you'll get it right.
I can do that. So I'm Shannon Goebbels. I've been on the fair board since 2002, and during that time, I've spent all of it doing planning and working with our county extension agents in the barns. And that's kind of how all my kids got involved in the program as well. I'm also their 4-H leader. So our kids start when they're in kindergarten, and we have kids who are in 8th grade now getting ready to go into high school. So we kind of have a wide range of ages in our club. Zach is my son, and he shows steers. He also has heifers that he shows, and he's doing guinea pigs for the first time this year. And that's my daughter, Ashlyn. And she also started in kindergarten, and she's doing guinea pigs this year. And that's my niece, Jenna, and she is showing a steer this year. And the 2 kids with steers also get to sell them at the market auction on Saturday.
So is there any more just kind of overall before we really meet the kids here about overview of the 4-H program and stuff, and anything else you'd tell us about it?
So like I said, the kids can start as early as kindergarten in the Clover Bud program. And they can do anything from the one-day show with their guinea pigs, their rabbits. They can bring chickens in as well. They also can do quite a few things in the exhibit hall. So they can do some creative crafts that they can bring in, school projects that they've done. There's a multitude of things that the kids can do. They can also do pine car derby races. So they start that young, and then as they get into the older age brackets, they can start showing livestock. So they, in 4th grade, they can start doing the goats, the pigs, the sheep, and the steers.
Now, I've got some relatives that do, well, we've already had mention of the pigs, but they do a lot of steers, and I'm not going to give their names, but they go all around the country looking for just the right animal, and then kind of a training and just prepare it. So you're doing all that too? We'll get into that more, but is that, where do you get your animal? That's what I want to know.
Well, we get them from like people who raise them. We got ours from a friend of my aunt, Shannon.
And how old are they when you get them? What are you looking for?
About
Usually around 7 months when the kids get them.
So, and
Just
then they'll
weaned.
be how big by the time the fair comes?
they should be about like 2 or 3 years
2 or 300? Oh, 2 or 3 years old?
Their age and the weight limit they have there, I think, is 1,500 pounds.
Yeah, that's the top weight.
Okay.
Usually
We'll
the
get back
steers
to
are
it.
about
I just
18
know
months when,
how serious people
Yeah.
take it.
yeah, they do. You know, some kids do go and purchase their animals. You know, our family raises ours, and, you know, that's not something that everyone can do, but some kids have that opportunity. Zach was there when his steer was born, so he's been through the whole entire process with his steer. So he just showed him last week, and he weighs 1,100 pounds, so.
So Zach, again, how old are they? I'm not quite clear.
I think right now they're like, I don't know how old they are right now.
Your steer is
least
14 months right
Well,
now.
it is over a year. That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And will you go to other fairs with this too?
Yeah,
You will,
we just
okay.
did the Clackamas, I think.
We haven't really met the kids, and I'm already talking to them officially. So I'll start with you, Zach, because you're on the end there. I'm going to get back to ask you some questions. You brought a guinea pig. I'm not sure if it's your own or.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay, tell us about it.
Well, we every day we usually give her like hay, lettuce, carrots, and pellets. And we usually sometimes take them out and let them on our laps and like show show them and get them used to the types of things we have to do to them to like show them.
They seem pretty calm here in
Yeah.
spite of the lights and everything. And
Yep.
do you have a name? Is that is that a champion? Is that something I should know? Or could be?
I don't know.
Could be. You never know.
All right. Anything else you can tell us about him, Zach, or the steers that you're working with?
Well, yeah, the steer, his name is Remington. He's about, say, around 11,
1,100 pounds.
yeah, 1,100
1,100
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah.
And what kind of animal is it?
This is a steer. It's a steer.
But breed-wise, Holstein.
Simmental,
Simmental. Okay. I took a little animal science in college. I know some things that I shouldn't, but that's a good one. Anything else you'd tell us? Oh, you know what? When I was in college, I had books on how to judge them, and it had completely changed. And now, like almost 40
Yeah.
years has gone by, and I suspect what you're looking for is a whole lot different than what they taught us about. They weren't used to like something big and round and wobbly like me. I had made a good steer, but now I think it's different, lean. All right, here's the one I've been wanting to get to, and I'm not trying to downplay you, but you're just killing me. So tell us about, well, this is Ashlyn, and tell us about this guinea pig and its name.
So, this is my guinea pig. Her name is Buttercup, and I don't know how old she is, but I like her, and she's probably
Has she been entered in the fair before?
uh,
This the first time?
no,
Uh-oh, so what's she doing here? Is that anything I should worry about? So you called her Buttercup? I
Yeah.
really, just looking, I thought, what a resemblance to Commissioner Cameron. Wouldn't that'd be a great name. Would you file that away next time you have a, do you call them pups? I don't even know that.
I was gonna name her Hazel.
Well, that's Commissioner Cameron Hazel are real close. I think it'd work. So if you could just file that away for me, and I'd like to see it when you get one. Anything else you want to tell us about Buttercup? Probably not.
What do you feed her, Ashlyn?
Hay, lettuce, pellets, and carrots.
What did we have to do last night to her little toes?
We had to trim them.
Really?
Yeah, they don't like it, huh?
Yeah.
These things are long.
A little more upkeep than I thought I had in mind. Well, I hope you do good at the fair. Now, Jen, we started talking. So you're steers. You moved up through the ranks. Did you do any smaller animals prior or involvement?
No, not really, but I did goats one year.
Well, you didn't bring us the goats last year, did you? That wasn't you, was it? No. We had goats here. They weren't quite as well behaved as these. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, when I did my goats, I just showed one, but I have two. And I got reserve champion with one.
Were you able? Do you sell that at the market thing like you talked about, or did you keep that at home?
I still have her.
Now, the steer you would like to be raising it to sell, is that correct?
Yeah.
So you'd like it to do real well first of all, and then
Yeah.
pay for your college or something.
Yeah, I save my money. And then, well, last year I got champion with my steer. But this year, I don't know what I'm going to get. I hope I get champion or reserve champion.
Oh, I'll be looking. I hope it's a good one. We just got a minute more to go. I'm supposed to. All of you been to the fair before. Could you just give me one thing that you really look forward to that's special to you, or just winning prizes? What?
I
Zach?
usually like getting ready for shows.
Getting the animals ready and everything.
Yeah. And like going out, going rides, getting food with my friends.
I've
hanging
watched
out.
some of the judges, especially with pigs, and they worry about as much about the person handling the animal as they do the animal. I've heard them say
Yeah.
stand up straight, eye contact.
Yes.
I can sure you get that. And Ashton, how about you? You got a favorite thing?
Yeah, I like to show my guinea pig at the fair, and I would like to show Ruby.
All right. I hope you get a chance. Jenna?
I like getting ready for the shows and hanging out with my friends and going on rides.
That does sound like fun. So I hope we have good weather. I want to encourage people to come out starting July 6th. You can look. Oh, where will they find these animals? You're over in the last building. So if we see a ribbon
Or
by
you can go
Buttercup.
to
These could be, I think, in the main building.
The 4-H and
smart.
FFA barn.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll find them and hope there'll be some ribbons. But I hope people will come, and I hope it's always is a special time to show off Marion County, a lot of the agriculture and other activities in our county. And it just means a lot to a whole bunch of people, especially the youngsters in 4-H. We haven't even talked about all the people from the horse clubs and that are competing and presenting their animals and horses, and a lot of work and effort goes in. They're making me stop now, so come to the county fair. You'll enjoy it. And thank you so much for being with me here today.
Thank you.